This week on Dedicated Discussions, you might get some free stuff from Sony.
Not only that, but Xbox One gets an update, or will be shortly.
And Elder Scrolls is going free, baby. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Dan.
I'm Robert.
What? So, yeah, if you haven't noticed, a wild Robert appeared.
He did. Hello, Robert.
I feel very objectified all of a sudden. Get your Pokeballs ready.
Yes, Robert and I have struck a friendship up at the comic book store I work at, where
He's my dealer.
I am his dealer, and he has a lot of opinions on video games, so he's going to be our new third man.
Woohoo! We've gone from a one-man band to a two-man band to a three-man band.
That was terrible. I don't think we need that. Let's cut that part out, Dan.
No, bad jokes are part of the experience.
Except for those lost episodes for the first, 2 or 3. Hey, Dan, what happened to last week's episode, by the way?
The audio's all screwed up with echoes and...
Yeah, last time we talked to you guys, we were really tired, so sorry that episode really sucked balls.
Then the episode where we were really awesome
is never going to be posted, so...
I cleaned it up. It's ready to post, it's just...
Maybe we'll post it as a lost episode after this one.
But you have to label it the special XXX secret episode. Make it sound very fancy.
And porno.
Well, there's that too.
Anyway.
Hey,
Jeremy.
Come on, we have to draw in as many people to the show as possible.
That's
true. We're going to have to reach out for the alternative crowd.
He's got ideas. We're going places.
We are. He has one idea that he'd like to talk about right now. Segway!
Oh, it's his first story.
Oh, I'm so proud.
Someone take a picture.
No. Anyway, Robert, why don't you tell us about the Sony email that you received today?
Well, Jeremy, apparently Sony has had a lot of people still complaining about the hack that happened way back in 2011. And they're apparently going to have to make good on that.
Ooh. In what way?
Well, apparently there is a settlement going on. I guess in May they're going to have an actual court case for it, and people will either get a little bit of money back or free PlayStation Plus subscription kind of thing. I think it's just Sony trying to make amends for the last bit there and get the last bitching people to throw themselves out a window for happiness.
All right, and this all came through an email, right?
Yes, I got it through an email a couple hours ago.
Hear that? Breaking news on Dedicated server. Not that you're not going to get this any time right before other places report it, but yeah.
Yeah, but we're first. Remember that. We're claiming to be first. We planted that flag. Anyway, I don't even remember this hack.
I remember it, but it didn't affect me at the time, though.
Yeah, I think...
For those of us that couldn't play Super Street Fighter 4 for a month and a half, it was bitter painful, man.
Well, I mean, that's your first problem, Super Street Fighter 4.
Oh, wait a minute. I do remember this happening. Oh, that's right. Because I, for a long time, refused to buy anything off the PlayStation Store because I was paranoid about somebody taking my credit card and hacking, and then it happened, so I was like, never buying anything off the PlayStation Store ever.
Way to go. You're the reason.
Oh, the
hack
paranoia
happened, just to get
trailed off pretty quickly.
Just to get your credit card information.
To be honest, though, I was right. And when I got my PS4, I was really like, oh god, I kind of gotta use the PlayStation Store now. What am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do if I don't download games? That means I have to go to the store and physically buy them. Oh my god.
I know, I had to go to Babbage's.
What's with this Babbage's thing?
I miss Babbage's.
There was never a
Does anybody
Babbage's
else
around
miss
here.
Electronic Boutique?
Oh, Electronics Boutique too. Do you have Babbage's in Jersey?
No, never.
That was a national chain.
Not in New Jersey, or not around me.
It had to have been. I mean,
Hey,
granted,
hey.
we're all swallowed up by GameStop eventually, but
Nothing should ever be in Jersey. Things are just in Jersey.
things just fall off of airplanes that are going by.
We're protected
So-
by
Yeah,
a
tell them
small
how you
wall.
got that new couch last month.
Robert, if are you gonna claim anything?
There was nothing for me to claim. No one stole my credit card information. I
But-
just couldn't
but
play online for
Your
a month.
information was hacked, wasn't it? Like, is it only people who got their correct? Like, your information was stolen.
No, my information was not stolen. The email apparently is just out there in case you want to make a claim.
Oh.
I mean, if you read the email, there really isn't much of anything that is like overly exciting they're offering you. I mean, more or less it's just some free download content essentially, but you know, it's supposed to soften the blow because apparently there were a few people that actually did have their credit card number stolen and someone else used it.
But what if you were one of the 7 people? Hey, what if you were one of the 7 people who had a Curiosity account?
What? What dirty magic are you talking about here?
It says if you had a PlayStation Network, Curiosity, or Sony Online Entertainment account before May 15th, 2011, you could get benefits from a class action settlement. What the hell is Curiosity?
It was a music service that Sony was offering.
Oh,
That's
no one-
terrible.
Scroll down in the email a little
I
bit. Stop
know
reading the first
that.
paragraph over and
I'm
over.
not just reading the first paragraph over, but I don't even remember that.
You don't remember Curiosity?
No.
It was like
No.
it was its own tab on Sony's website for a long time.
Oh, that's why I never visit. Sony's website.
Who the hell goes to the Sony website? I'm gonna claim that I use Curiosity, and then they'll know that I'm lying. So, well,
Okay.
I mean, I would probably, maybe I should put in well, no, I can't. I would like a free PS3 game.
Well, it's gonna be a download.
That's fine.
Well, if you want to go to the website and get the claims form and fill it out, you be my guest. I have a feeling it'll be in triplicate. Enjoy.
Now it's just like, how was Sony held liable when they were hacked? Yeah, maybe there's.
Well, they're really not. I mean, if you read the top of the email, it even says, "Look, we're not admitting any wrongdoing. We're just throwing you guys a bone
I'm
here."
tired of you guys bitching.
I think that is pretty much it. But
Quit your bitch. But
I remember a couple of years before the Sony hack, Xbox Live got hacked as well. It's like every online gaming network goes through this. It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
and it just got hacked. They both just got hacked like a month ago.
No, that wasn't as much a hack as a DDoS.
Well,
That was.
hey, let me
denial
ask you.
service.
Let me ask you, listeners, a question. Why the hell do you hack people?
If I had to guess, they would say because it's fun.
Is it though? What? Those people can't play their PlayStations online either.
Some people just like to watch the world burn, Jeremy.
Oh, anyway.
Batman reference.
God.
Oh,
You know who? Hey.
Segway?
Wait. You know who likes to play on Microsoft systems? Batman.
They're getting worse, Jeremy.
Anybody else just go numb from like the medulla oblongata down?
Segway. All right, Dan.
That's actually your all-time low right there.
I'll work on it. Just tell us about whatever the hell Microsoft is doing.
Well, the first bit is going to make people slightly irritated and frustrated, overall, but Xbox One is getting an update to Windows 10.
Fuck yeah.
Why is there a fuck yeah? It's
I don't know. I don't know anything about Windows 10. I haven't read any of the articles yet.
I mean, by history, every other Windows operating system is a good one.
Because new is better. That's why.
But it's just like, why do we get Windows 10 now on a console when it's also going on computers and, oh yeah, mobile phones?
Because synergy.
Well, I think it's so they only have to make one
seriously,
operating
you're
system for
missing
everything.
out on that part.
You're missing.
It's like every other big
No,
software company. They are trying to make one software platform that can be on every hardware device they support.
exactly. I don't like it.
Interconnected.
I mean, it makes sense to a certain extent. We'll get into that later with what they're doing with it. But with all like the bad crap that Windows 8 has taken ever since it came out, with functionality, just layout for computers, do we really want Windows 10 on a console?
I don't buy Xbox systems, so I don't give a shit.
You know, the one thing you guys have to realize, though, is it's going on a console. It's not going on a computer. It's going to be restricted and more streamlined because it's running on a console.
Okay, but
I mean, nobody ever brings this up, but like the Dreamcast ran on a Windows CE, I think it was, which was
and that's why people don't
like
play
Windows for
Dreamcast anymore.
smartphones back then. Everyone hates on the Dreamcast. It was too advanced for the era, my friend. Too advanced.
Shenmue.
Oh, Shenmue.
Oh, did I say that wrong? I don't know.
I don't know either. It doesn't really matter. Come on, let's face it.
I called it Shumu the first time I saw it.
No,
so
but from what I understand, all the apps that are available to Windows PC will be available to Windows on the console. So that means, like, in theory, I'm guessing you can do Excel spreadsheets or stuff like that on your console if you really wanted to.
oh god,
I guess it'd be no.
I'm
I think they're talking about apps. They're talking mostly about social media and stuff like that.
well, that's a given, but it's just like that would be a bit weird if they actually did that. I kinda
somebody's
hope they
gonna do that.
Yeah, someone will.
Somebody's gonna do that. They're gonna be like, "Hey, look, I just put my whole business's payroll on this Excel spreadsheet on my Xbox," and everybody will be like, "Good story, bro. Who cares?"
You know, though, that actually, truthfully, now that I think about it, is not too much of a stretch, because all of these big companies like Sony and Microsoft, they are trying to make their consoles like a central hub for the entire house.
Yes.
You know, everything from entertainment to actual functionality of workplace kind of stuff. So
We
Who
actually
knows?
did a story about that a while back.
We did?
What Xbox One was trying to do with it when they first announced it.
Huh? I don't remember that.
I think it was like one of
I
your
think
first
they were
videos.
trying to piss off gamers. I think that was their goal when they announced it.
As soon as we hit stop recording, I forget everything that we talk about.
That's your memory dump, is it?
Unless we talk about Star Wars, I remember all of that.
Now,
For Star Wars, you have photographic memory. For everything else, it's like just random memory dumps.
Yeah, there's other things I remember.
now, let's talk about what they're going to be doing with this Windows 10. What they announced they're going to be doing. It's going to allow for cross-platform play between the Xbox One and Windows PC. Because they're both essentially running off the same operating system. It's like taking two computers with the same operating system, just playing online together at that point.
Boy, I really hope that actually works this time.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, I forgot to tell you, Robert, PC games.
Anybody else having bad acid flashbacks of games for Windows?
Okay, I had to sign up for a game for Windows account like this past month to play a video game. I never actually ended up for GTA 4 because me and my friends felt like playing it online. And signing up for it and adding my friends to my friends list took 3 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I had a similar experience when I was trying to play Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition on the PC.
Oh.
Hey, you know what I did? I turned on my PlayStation and I watched the WWE Network.
Oh, there's a reason why Games for Windows isn't being put on any more games.
Yeah, it was a terrible platform. Plus, you would show up as being signed in on your Xbox Live account when you were actually playing on your computer.
Oh, that would annoy the
You could
piss out of
send
me.
messages, but like you couldn't actually do anything aside from that. It was rather annoying. Let's face it, you jump on one platform to game because you don't want to be where the people are on the other platform. Well,
No.
on occasion.
You don't want people to know you're online.
No. Well,
Exactly.
Then you have to talk to them and maybe play. And you're just
Exactly.
Like,
What good is gaming if there's social interaction, damn it?
well, that's why I like Steam. There's an option to appear offline.
Yeah, but let's be clear. That's offline like altogether. It disconnects you from their server.
No, there's offline mode. Then you can appear offline on your friends list.
Okay, clearly I've never found that feature. Good to know.
Oh, I mean, you probably never open your friends list, do you?
Oh, that hurt. That was below the belt.
You know what? Steam burns your fingers.
Yes, it
So-
does, Jeremy. Yes, it does.
Everybody-
Now, can you do
everybody-
us all a favor and recite the alphabet?
Yes. I'm just saying, be careful out there, people.
Be careful of Steam
They
and Jeremy.
well, Microsoft was able to showcase this working.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it's going to work over open internets.
Not at all.
Yeah. You can stream to PCs, etc., etc. It sounds awesome. Sounds like what they finally are doing, what they wanted to do. Other than that, the only other big announcement that I feel like talk about is the holographic headset that is going to be a complete and utter failure.
Like the Oculus Rift.
No, that is. Do you know how much money Oculus Rift has made?
Since I have barely heard about it at all since San Diego Comic-Con, I'm going to say not a lot.
That's because Oculus Rift is solely for PC, and you don't pay attention to anything PC.
I don't pay much
That and
attention.
the Oculus Rift project was bought by Facebook like 6 months ago.
Okay.
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Oh.
fact, a lot of people were
Why
really
didn't we
pissed
talk
off
about
about
that?
that because there were Kickstarter backers that were on board because it was, kind of like an indie fan project. And
That
as
was
soon as
during
it
our
was
off
sold to
time.
a corporate thing, they were pissed.
Yeah, that was our off time.
Oh.
I mean, but let's be perfectly honest. At what point, you can't expect them not to make money and just
Well, if Facebook bought it, then
You
we'll
can
never
expect
hear
them
about
to
it ever
make
again.
money on their own work and effort.
Yeah,
Does that mean I could...
That's bullshit when
Wait,
you make a product and then as soon as a corporation's like, hey, let's buy it from them. All right, let's sell out right now.
Does that mean I
Fuck.
could play Cityville with Oculus Rift?
no.
If you weren't living in the next town over, I would slap you right now.
Let's be frank. Since
Okay.
Facebook bought Oculus Rift, we're never going to hear about it ever again.
No, what are you talking about? Look at all the companies Facebook has bought that have
That
run,
have never amounted to anything. Yes.
that have run almost identically to what they
Yes.
were already.
No, I don't. No.
Instagram. Still super popular. I mean, other than a bit more connectivity with your Facebook, it more or less didn't change.
I don't even remember if I have an Instagram.
I
think
have one. You have one.
I do.
I think you have one. Do you have one? You do? No. No, you don't.
I don't know if I do or not.
You have a Snapchat.
I do have a Snapchat. I got sent a couple of penises on Snapchat, so I stopped using Snapchat.
Yeah. Good thinking. Also, you should probably change it so non-friends can't send you stuff.
I did not realize that at first when I started using Snapchat.
First episode I'm on, already falling down to penis talk.
And anyway, you know who likes free penises? That was a terrible.
Stop.
Terrible.
Stop. Just stop, please, for the love of God.
That was the segue made of nightmares.
Segway.
Wow, Jeremy, that was one hell of a segue. It was bad enough that it actually screwed up the audio for the Elder Scrolls.
That was terrible. Anyway,
That's why I had to do it.
hey everybody, we're recording this segment like 2 days later.
Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
yes, because
Spoiler alert, we crushed the continuity.
because our audio got screwed up in the recording.
And Dan we had to talk about Elder Scrolls for you guys.
Well, it was
So-
that and the outro was gone.
Oh, so we got an outro too?
Yeah.
Damn. Anyway.
You get to say 2 ends again.
Just guess what, everybody? Since you already all know this anyway, Elder Scrolls Online is going free to play.
Yes, we all know this. We all know about it. Let's talk what we actually think about this.
I don't care because I'll probably still never play it. No, I might try it if it's free.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's coming to consoles.
Yeah, so I'll play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you have to buy the actual game first, though. It's just
You have to buy any game.
No, there's a lot of them that are 100% free to play. You just get the bonus stuff if you pay for a copy.
Well, here's the thing. I never would have minded having to buy the game first if it was free to play.
Fair enough.
In my mind,
Fair.
well, because at first they were charging for the game, and then you have to pay a subscription after that.
Okay, but they're doing subscriptions again. If you do like the what they're calling ESO Plus memberships, they're going to be available in 30, 90, and 180-day durations. You get access to all future DLC, and you also get provided character progression bonuses that you probably won't be able to get if you are a free-to-play member.
Which, all that says to me is it's turning pay to win. That's it. Like, which is the problem that I think every MMO has made so far.
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty much like get in line at this point.
Like, I stopped playing Star Wars: The Old Republic because it was so blatantly pay to win. I couldn't enjoy certain parts of the game without like cooldown timers for a week because you only have like 3 space battles a week if you were free.
Didn't they do something like similar with that on Warcraft lately? Wasn't there something about like boosting to level 90 with the new DLC pack or something?
No, I think that was just a catchword that they used. I don't actually play WoW, and
Like synergy.
and I actually kind of zone out people who play WoW because this is my experience with World of Warcraft. This is back when I was paying for subscription for EVE Online, and my friend in my dorm room was like, "Hey, come on, play WoW." She's a major WoW player. She actually met her boyfriend, who she's married to now, on WoW.
And they're the only ones. No.
And so I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll do the 2-week free trial. Did all that. It became so incredibly addicting. Like, I needed WoW. While I was playing with my corporation EVE Online on one screen, on the next screen, I was playing World of Warcraft at the same time.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I've actually lost a few friends to WoW. Like, they used to game on console with me, and then they just disappeared from reality once they started WoW.
That's sad.
Like, it is actually, like, addicting to a certain extent. They're constantly rewarding you with these little tiny insignificant things that don't actually mean much to your character. And the rewards just make you want more. Not to mention all the pretty colors.
Yes, let's not forget the pretty colors. The pretty colors and the weird circle of children responding with satanic messages.
Exactly.
Seriously, am I the only one that's heard of that?
Probably.
Yep.
It's another one of those dumb gaming myths. Like, supposedly if you log into your World of Warcraft account at, like, I think it's like 7 in the morning or something, you go to this specific village, you'll find NPC children running into this one house, and they say, like, some sort of satanic chant. And it was supposed to be like a hidden quest or something that you could get, and they never actually finished it. In fact, there used to be a way to glitch into the area that quest was going to take you to, which was some sort of like upside down underwater dungeon thing.
Oh.
Hit up YouTube. There's tons of videos of that crap.
Okay. Another thing about this game turning free to play, I saw an article on IGN yesterday, actually, because Elder Scrolls turned free to play, about why we should give free to play a second chance or something like that. or why we should not hate on it as much anymore. And I can't stand that idea. Free to play is such a broken system in MMOs. It really is. It creates two classes of players, where the lower class isn't having nearly as much fun as the upper class, who is paying all their money and getting broke in the process. And all that, if we actually become okay with it, then like, what's pushing game companies to try to find something better?
You know, you actually have a really good point that I hadn't ever thought about before, but you're right. You're right. It is just going to be cookie cutter versions of the same game over and over again then.
Like sports games. Welcome to the wonderful world of yearly installments.
Yes.
They might as well turn over the development to Ubisoft. Oh, it's been a while.
It has been a while. I thought we were gonna not bash on them as hard this year.
We're not. It was a good ribbing, not like a bash.
We have to at least wait until the new Assassin's Creed comes closer.
It's always close. When the new one comes out, they're like, can't wait till next year. I literally just bought the new one, and now I'm excited for next year's.
Did I ever show you that that one ex-Ubisoft employee who went on a rant saying how horrible it was to work there and how they had unrealistic expectations?
No.
I could have sworn I showed this to you like 2 days after we did our like major bashing of Ubisoft and what they're doing with Assassin's Creed.
They were like, those two assholes that have 67 views on YouTube need to shut up. Now 3 assholes.
We're growing.
All right, I can't just deny the label of asshole. I'm pretty sure I am one.
Yeah. We're gonna end up with like 8 people a week on this podcast, and it's just gonna be rabble, 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 rabble.
I'm okay with that.
All right,
hey,
final.
As long as
each podcast is 6 hours long.
As long as people keep coming back to listen, I'll keep doing this.
That's true. Even if it's only 2.
Yeah.
And
it'll probably be only us.
And one of them's me, so we get an extra view. Turn it on the computer at work, and I mute it.
Yeah, one will be me as I pull the embed code.
Yeah. Hey, okay, final verdict. Will you play Elder Scrolls Online any more than you have already because it's free to play? Dan.
I'll give it a shot to see about the big changes they're making in this new update. But I don't have high hopes for it.
Robert.
You know, truthfully, games that are fully dependent on an online connection just rub me the wrong way. Like, I've always had the view that, what if I really love that game, and for whatever reason I'm in a spot where I can't connect to the internet, then I am so out of luck on something I love, and it's going to drive me nuts. So, right from the get-go, I'm like, no.
Valid point. Actually, I feel like we should talk about this more another day. Online versus...
It could be a special episode.
Slow News Week episode. Here we come. That's what the real meaning of special episodes is.
Slowly. Oh, come on. Special episodes should just be labeled like ranting episodes, because that's all it is.
Yeah, ranting episodes, Jeremy gets too angry and we have to retake the entire thing.
That's true, Dan. Robert, I got so mad one time. What were we talking about?
I don't.
But I went on.
Dan's hesitating to bring up the topic.
Yeah. Like, you got so angry and like you were going on for like 10 minutes. I was like, I think we should stop this now.
And then I started dropping F-bombs.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Anyway.
And then that ended up being a lost episode anyway. Didn't it?
Was
it's a lost episode.
Yes, that was it?
I think it was a lost episode. One of these days we're going to put the lost episodes up for you guys to hear. Even though they'll be completely... Like, no, you guys won't care at all about what we're talking about. It just might be fun to listen to those.
They'll be completely non-relevant anymore.
Anyway. Robert, welcome aboard.
Woo! Good to be here, guys.
Good to have you for your first and second recording.
Woo!
Amazingly within a few days of each other.
Yes.
If you want to tell us whether or not you like Robert on the show, click subscribe and comment down below.
Or go ahead and check out our Facebook page that this video will be posted on this week, Jeremy.
Maybe Dan. If you want to discuss things with us in real time, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm at Jeremy Ohio.
And I'm at Radical Dan.
With two N's. Robert is not anywhere on the internet.
Yeah,
I'm off the grid, man. I'm off the grid.
We'll convince him to create a Twitter account, everybody.
Or you can just make one for him.
I will. You know what? That's what I'll do.
Actually, I was saying...
No. I'm still in fear of a Twitter account named Robert's Winky being created.
No, that's...
I don't think I can live that one down.
Well, I was actually saying someone listening to this should make one for him.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will. Until next... Alright, until next week, I'm Jeremy.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Robert.
And this is a dedicated server!
You talked over me!
Yep!
I always do that!
Yep!
Bastard!
And the game goes on.